Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. It's my top 10 stocks as we head into Tuesday, December 17th. This will be a technical analysis breakdown, so if you are someone that uses charts within your trading, or maybe you're just interested in learning more about charts and how they can be used as a tool to help make good decisions as a trader, this will be a video for you. And also, if you trade Bitcoin, I will do a bonus analysis at the end. First off, a couple clarifications. Number one, the candlestick that you see right there will be moving around and changing. That is because the market's still open for a small amount of time. But I like to do these videos when the market is still open because sometimes we can capture some really interesting late day price movement. Second, I'll be using the 30-minute time frame, meaning each one of these candlesticks here represents 30 minutes worth of time. So stock number one, ticker symbol SIDU. Big mover today. I mean, just monster upside momentum, monster volume down here. So from a trading standpoint, you got the main ingredients. You got big volume, you got big volatility, and that's what it's all about. So as of right now, pretty straightforward in regards to levels of resistance. Just a question of, okay, well, where did the party finally stop today? And that's right up here at the highs of the day, which were at 685. So no need to overcomplicate that. Just the simple question, where'd the party stop, is a great way to figure out where the sellers currently are at. So keep an eye on 685 moving forward. And then as far as areas of support are concerned, a couple potential pullback areas. So let's change this to green for support. The ideal level, when you say, hey, Clay, what would make this chart look the absolute strongest moving forward? And that would be if the price could stay up there above $4.25. Now, with that being said, if the price falls below there, not the end of the world. The chart's not destroyed or anything like that, but that is where the purple line down here comes into play, the 50-period simple moving average. Keyword being moving. I get it. The price is way up here. This line's way down here, but as time goes by, that line is going to move itself higher and higher and get more and more relevant. It's basically a trend line that's going to draw itself for you. So therefore, if you do care about the bigger picture of things, as long as the price stays above the trend line, then overall the price is still in the bull's favor. But all in all, monster movement today, so we'll see if this volatility and volume can continue on through the week. Next one here, RGTI. And for those of you that watched the previous videos, hopefully you remember me talking about that area of resistance right there. You can see this morning it came up, actually got rejected on it right there, but finally got the break right there, and the rest is history. Fantastic move in the upwards direction. So I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of both those lines as they serve their purpose for now, and we'll just start afresh. So first, as far as areas of resistance like the last one, no need to overcomplicate it. Where did the party stop today on the breakout? And that was finally up there at about $9.87 before this pullback here showed up. So $9.87, same exact logic we just used. Where did the party stop? So $9.87 will be the main level to keep an eye on. In terms of areas of support, again, let's change that to green. The ideal level, which you now know is the level that would make this look the strongest moving forward, would be if the price could stay up there above essentially the $8 mark. But as I just talked about, and this one actually gives us a better example, just watch that purple line, the 50-period moving average, as it moves higher and higher, because this is what I mean by just, healthy charts are going to respect that level. And that's exactly what RGTI has done. In fact, you can see it start off the day, pulling back, bouncing right off. So any traders that actually bought right there at the 50-period moving average, a big congratulations to you. But all in all, great move today. Yeah, there's a pullback right now. But overall, the price is putting higher highs, higher lows, and that's ultimately what matters most. Next one, TNXP, for you penny stock traders out there. And the most important thing with penny stocks is you got to have liquidity, you got to have volume. And that was not a problem today on this one at all. A massive amount of volume, so definitely got that key ingredient here. So let's map out. And in some sense, I mean, it didn't go straight up, but in some ways, I mean, it essentially did go straight up. Yes, there were some red candles along the way, but overall, very impressive movement. So as far as supports are concerned, that ideal level would be right here, staying above the 43-cent mark. But then again, I'm going to go through this quick because you already heard me talk about that purple line there as it moves itself higher and higher. For you people that care about the bigger picture point of view, as long as the price is above that purple line, then everything is still perfectly fine. And then from a resistance standpoint, this one isn't totally clean cut, but I think we can all agree that right up around this general area of 56 cents has been an issue. And I say the general area because, to be fair, sure, right there, didn't quite hit it. That part went slightly above it. That one basically hit it. So right around, like I said, 56 cents is going to be where the sellers have shown up in a pretty clear way, as the price has just essentially flattened out here and gone sideways. But not a problem. And I'm not saying that in a negative way about kind of flattening out, because, I mean, this thing did start all the way down here and now it's all the way up there and nothing can go straight up. This consolidation is required. But all in all, very impressive, especially for a penny stock. Next one here, LAES, another very nice move on this one. Have been tracking this one, did it several times last week, so we'll get things mapped out here. And the ideal area that I think would be very, very impressive, although very, very difficult to do, would be if the price could somehow stay above that support trend line right there. But that's got a pretty steep gradient to it. So if the price doesn't hold above it, by no means is it the end of the world. And then, yes, you get it. Some days are just like this, where you have a bunch of stocks that make powerful moves. So you're kind of just repeating yourself. But once again, from the overarching standpoint, just watch that purple line as it moves itself higher and higher. But yeah, if the price can somehow stay above that green line, that would be a very impressive sign of power. In regards to levels of resistance, once again, this one is at, I'm not sure if it's all-time highs, but definitely the highest it's been in a very, very long time. So we just keep asking ourselves the question, well, where did the party finally stop today? And that was at 347. So for that reason, will be the main battleground moving into Tuesday. Next one here, SOUN. And yeah, you guessed it, another one that's pushing to new highs, or at least new highs that have not been seen for a very long time. Both these areas were relevant, but with the price now all the way up in this territory of the chart, we'll just start afresh here. First key level in terms of supports would be that former breakout area right there at 1825. So if the price can stay above there, that would be absolutely fantastic. But from the big picture standpoint, as long as the price stays above the 50-period moving average, bulls are in full control. And I realize I'm going pretty quick, but you've heard me say all this stuff. And like I said, sometimes this is just how the days play out. It's just a lot in the same situations. But for anybody that's long on these, I'm sure you're not complaining. And then from a resistance standpoint, yeah, where is the price currently struggling at right now? Right around that $20 mark, which makes sense, the big round number of 20. That's not to say the price can't push through it. I'm just saying it makes sense why the price is currently struggling. But all in all, great movement here. Fantastic way to start off the week, so we'll see how it continues to play out. Real quick, want to take a break and personally invite you to get signed up for this free live online webinar that I'm offering later on in the week. So if you've been enjoying what you've seen and you want to learn more about this tool, how it can and should be used to build consistency and manage risk, then definitely get signed up for the free live class. If you're watching on YouTube, there's a link down in the description box, or if you're watching right at my website, there's an area on the webpage you can use to sign up. So like I said, if you've been enjoying, then definitely get signed up for the free class. Next one here, NVDA, Nvidia, and more lows on this one as that opening 30 minutes price opened up and then dropped all the way down here. But this is also what kind of leads us to the first key area of support, because basically the low right there proved to be essentially the low for the rest of the day. So let's get that area of support mapped out there, and just get rid of that. That level has been destroyed at this point. But you can see, like I said, that opening 30-minute low ultimately proved to be where the buyer stepped up a couple more times. So that was the first time it hit it. There was the second time, and then later on in the day, the third time. So each and every time the price, 3 times that area held. So 130, we'll call it 40. Clearly, some buyers are down around that area, so moving forward, that'll be the main area of support. And for those of you that like to play bounces, I mean, there are no guarantees, so just because the price goes down there doesn't mean for sure it will bounce. But you definitely have rationale behind why you think it could bounce. So keep an eye on 130.40. And then in regards to areas of resistance, a little bit different than what we've had. But now we're going to be keeping an eye on the 50-period moving average for the opposite reason. With the price now down below it, instead of behaving as support, you'd expect it to act as resistance. So if this upwards bounce continues, then you'll want to keep a close eye on that and see whether or not the price can push above and stay above that level. And I emphasize that stay above, because right here, yeah, the price got above the purple line, but right there could not stay above it. The price got above that purple line, but could not stay above it. So keep an eye on that dynamic moving forward. Next one here, TSLA Tesla, and yeah, it just continues to go higher and higher. So all you can really do is laugh, and I'm just continuing to do it because it is, obviously it's Tesla, very popular stock. But what I do find interesting is even late day right now, there is a breakout through that area. So, my question is, is this breakout the start of something bigger? Now, you'll have a better idea because, I'm doing this, like I said, at the beginning of the video with the market still open for a while. So I don't know if this breakout will get any sort of follow through, but if you're watching this when the video posts and you're saying, actually, Clay, yeah, the price is, well through there, well, then you'll know that this has been a start of something bigger. But even if it's not the start of something bigger and the price pulls back, I mean, the price is very much so in an uptrend. And I mean, there's really no better other example of the 50 pair than this one. I mean, just a strong upward slope. And as long as the price stays above that, as has been the case, the overall trend, nothing to worry about. The bulls are in full charge. Next one, Wbuy, and interesting setup, at least for me for penny stocks, really any price range. But when you go through the history of things quickly, started off, went up right there, got really nasty, drop. And, right around here, it becomes a valid question. It's like, is this a gap and trap? Is this a pump and dump? What's going on here? And seemingly the answer has been it is not, because the price at least has, started to go sideways, which symbolizes that the pressure the selling pressure is gone and that this thing could try to turn around. Now, let me be very clear, and just to reiterate, And I wish I could say trading was this easy. Just because the price has gone sideways does not mean for sure guaranteed it's going back up. But is it valid? Is it plausible to think that this sideways action is signaling the end of the pullback? Yeah, that is a plausible scenario to have, but that is why risk management matters. So moving forward, 29 cents, definitely a very key level of support for that reason. Because if the price starts to violate down through there, well, then all of a sudden the whole idea of is this some sort of bottom goes away because, well, clearly it's not the bottom because the price has gone down even lower. If it does try to turn back around, it being the price that is, key level of resistance to watch. Keep an eye on that level right there. But once again, not as much as the first one, TNXP, but this one as a penny stock, it's got good volume, got good volatility. So we'll see what happens with it. Next one here, QBTS. Talked about this one previously and had mapped out this sideways channel here with the red and green line down here. But you can see this morning price came up here, broke through that channel, and then wow, very, very impressive moves. So I'll just get rid of those lines down there. And once again, at that scenario that I've been talking about, so no need to overcomplicate it. In terms of areas of resistance, where did the party stop? Party has stopped right up there at the $7.70 mark, so keep an eye on that moving forward. And then in terms of areas of support, that ideal area of support to keep an eye on right there at, what is that, $6.35. And then just from the bigger picture standpoint, just watch that 50-period moving average. And as that quote-unquote trend line draws itself higher and higher, as long as the price is above the overall trend line, then the overall trend is still in the bull's favor. But yeah, no doubt about it. Got this sideways channel breakout today. Got a whole lot of continuation. Now it's just really a question of how much more continuation does it show up before it enters into another consolidation pattern. Next one, QUBT. Monster movement on this one, and we have ourselves a good solid pattern. So as I draw this pattern in play, please understand I'm not trying to imply this is a great discovery on my part or some sort of special talent. Actually, the exact opposite. A lot of people have noticed this, and I say all that because when a lot of people are watching the same pattern and wondering the same thing, call it a self-fulfilling prophecy, call it whatever you want, it can produce some very dynamic movement. So in my opinion, at least this is going to be a pattern that a lot of people are watching. So there's a resistance part of it. There's the support part of it. Now, are they drawing it like I am? Exactly, no. But the overall psychology is the same. You have this big move up. You have this pullback, resistance, support. And like I said, before the pullback, there is a huge move in the upwards direction. So this is what we would call a bull flag pattern. Not just because it's a bullish pattern does not mean the price is going to go upwards. But I don't think anybody would be shocked if the price, maybe pulled back a little bit more and then, made one of these maneuvers and got a whole nother round of upside buying pressure. So if you like this price range, you like bull flag patterns, definitely keep an eye on it. I'll get to Bitcoin here in just a moment, but for you stock traders out there, again, if you like what you saw here and you want to learn more about the tool, then definitely get signed up for the free live class. It'll be later this week, Thursday, December 19th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So I hope to see you there. And then as far as these top 10 videos are concerned, if you enjoy these and you want to just to support the channel in a super free and easy way, please just hit that subscribe button. It really does help out. All right, now let's talk some Bitcoin. One quick disclosure here. I am now on the 4-hour time frame, meaning each one of these candlesticks represents 4 hours instead of 30 minutes. And that's because Bitcoin is open 24/7. And I want this analysis to remain relevant for as long as possible. So by using those longer time frames, we can make that happen. But it was a very, very good weekend. All-time new highs, all that. This level of resistance has been destroyed. So, we can kind of start afresh here. And moving forward, and, I don't mean this, but it is what it is. But question number one, so let's just say you're watching this video 20 hours after I upload it. Question number one, where is the price at relative to the purple line? As long as you're answering the question that the price is above the purple line, then everything is fine. Even if the price is pulled back a little bit, totally fine. Nothing can go straight up. If you're saying, well, Clay, the price is actually down below the purple line. Okay, well, where's the price at relative to the pink line, the 200-period moving average? If you're saying, well, Clay, actually, now if the price is above there, again, completely fine. The only way to maybe get a little nervous is if you're saying the price is down below that level. I highly doubt you will be, but even if that were to be the case, I would only say, well, be a little bit nervous. No need to, go in a full-blown panic mode because Bitcoin would still be very much so in an upwards, trend. And then on the other side of things, well, Clay, the price is above the purple line. Okay, great. And then this is where common sense takes in. Well, how far above it is it? The further up above the purple line the price is, the more bullish the price and chart remains. So no need to overcomplicate it from that angle. But with the price at new highs, like a lot of these stocks today, it's really just a question of seeing if it can continue to build those higher lows and go through healthy consolidations. And the easiest way, in my opinion at least, to measure a quote-unquote healthy consolidation is does it stay above that purple line there, the 50-period moving average. And as I invited the stock traders, I'm inviting you as a Bitcoin and crypto trader to definitely get signed up for this free live class because what you'll learn about can and certainly should be used in the world of crypto and Bitcoin. So go get signed up. It'll be later this week, Thursday, December 19th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So I hope to see you there. And as I mentioned already, if you enjoy these top 10 videos, if you appreciate me doing Bitcoin and you want to show some quick, easy support to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. So thanks for watching. Have a good one.